Listen up, everyone. Black China's outspoken mother, Toni, just dropped some major tea, claiming that Jay-Z and his management company, Roc Nation, are behind a scheme to frame Diddy for all these crimes to divert attention away from Jay. According to Tokyo, Jay-Z is allegedly involved in the same activities Diddy is being accused of, but Roc Nation is working to cover it up to prevent Jay from facing jail time alongside Diddy. This accusation becomes even more alarming considering that, not long ago, Jaguar Wright also accused Jay-Z of being responsible for numerous deaths and silencing victims. Now, Tokyo is echoing similar claims. Now, I know many of you might not take Toni too seriously because of her controversial reputation, but she's been around the industry for a long time and has witnessed more than most of us. While her delivery may be messy, there are still people who believe there's some truth to what she's saying, and let's not forget, Toni has been stirring things up for a while now. Last December, she faced heavy backlash after making bold accusations that Beyoncé was using her daughter, Blue Ivy, to lead other black children astray. She went as far as to call Beyoncé devil and claimed Blue Ivy was just a prop for Beyoncé to make money and harm black kids.
Try again. Girl, please. Get out of here. Scripted, made up pieces and portions. Dear Beyoncé, can you do me a favor? Can you go where Aldrich went to the moon? Go there, build your house there with your husband and your kids. And she go with him. It's all over. Why are you our black children through your daughter? I don't care nothing about your beehive. Those little demons would get sprayed down with my mouth. Pure holy water. How do you feel knowing you are the person who you are today? This is not a condemning. This is a fact. You are like an artificial plant. Literally and figuratively.
At the time, people were quick to drag Toni for her comments, telling her to keep Blue Ivy's name out of her mouth. But if you know Tokyo, you know she doesn't care what anyone thinks. Just weeks later, she appeared in an interview with Real Life Productions and doubled down on her claims. This time, she didn't just call out Beyoncé, she also went after Jay-Z, predicting their downfall would come sooner than people expected. She said Jay and Beyoncé believe they're untouchable, but sooner or later they will be exposed for who they truly are.
Do you feel like something ever will come for Jay-Z and Beyoncé? Like the way, like, are they untouchable?
They demonic. They're gonna demise on their own time. Oh. They're gonna demise. See, you can only play with God but so much. You can only play with so much before something happens. And when he comes, you don't know what order, because he does do things in divine order. So you don't know what order it's gonna come in. See, even down to, I used to like Beyonce. Oh man, that song about the boy, if I was a boy.
Oh yeah.
But then when I started noticing, I'm like, wait a minute, girl. And then I'm noticing this and that and this and that. And it's like, wait a minute. This is so clear. You are such a puppet, Illuminati. But I cuss her ass out every day. Every day of the week, I'll be like, what that bitch do today? Yeah, I fuck her purpose. I don't like her. Why you don't like her? Because my nieces and nephews adore this bitch. And you're not doing nothing for them. That's why I don't like your ass.
Message.
She don't do nothing for these kids.
We thought that might be the end of it, but Tokyo wasn't finished. She recently went live on Instagram alleging that Diddy might be innocent and that Roc Nation framed him to protect Jay-Z from going to jail. This immediately sparked attention because ever since Diddy's legal troubles began, people have been digging for dirt on Jay-Z due to his close association with Diddy. Jay-Z has been inviting Diddy to his annual Roc Nation brunch for years, and just 2 months before Diddy's involvement in Cassie's lawsuit became public, Diddy mentioned in an interview that only 2 people in the world could call him by his first name, his mom and Jay-Z. And recently, DaBaby spilled some tea about being invited to Diddy's house for a private meeting with Beyoncé and Jay-Z. While he hasn't revealed what the meeting was about, he did mention that Diddy took a liking to him, and we all know what that could mean.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super dope.
Not only that, but ever since Diddy's arrest, people have been digging into Jay-Z's past, and they've uncovered some serious dirt. For starters, rumors have surfaced that Jay-Z was allegedly involved in a romantic relationship with Foxy Brown when she was only 15 and he was nearly 30. Word on the street is that he manipulated her into the relationship by promising to boost her career, but once he got what he wanted, he allegedly distanced himself and blackballed her. There were even whispers that he made her terminate a pregnancy.
That ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Foxy Brown? And Jay. Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better.
When Jay-Z's former best friend, Dame Dash, was asked about these rumors, particularly regarding Foxy being 15, he didn't deny it. Instead, he got upset that people were asking him rather than Jay.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know
Stop
you did.
putting
I'm
me in
just
that.
asking a
You keep asking
question.
because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody. I don't know
You the
nothing about
boss.
that. Yo, don't beat around the bush. Say what you want
I'm
to say.
just
What do you
asking.
mean by that question?
I was just asking.
What are you insinuating?
I'm
when
not
you ask me about
insinuating. I just
Foxy
asked the
Brown?
question.
Let me shoot.
I thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like you.
All I'm saying
sounds
is
like
in
you
this
got
industry,
some-
when we live
it
in these
seems like
glass
you got.
houses.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask her. Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him because he ain't here.
But the story gets even messier. While Dame wasn't keen on discussing Jay-Z's alleged relationship with Foxy, he had no problem spilling the tea when it came to Aaliyah. According to Dame, Jay-Z was trying hard to get Aaliyah into a relationship by inviting her to his parties, but she wasn't interested.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. He was sending flowers and he was courting her.
Because the rumor originally was that you were connected to Jay. Exactly. Jay and I were hanging out a lot. He's my homie. We had a lot of fun together, but we never dated like that.
Dame didn't stop there. He said he cut ties with Jay-Z because of his shady behavior and his obsession with associating with questionable people. Dame claimed that Jay-Z was willing to sacrifice the careers of young, naive girls and align himself with predatory figures in the industry, all for power. He pointed out that Jay-Z was one of R. Kelly's biggest supporters even after R. Kelly was exposed for his relationship and marriage to Aaliyah when she was only 15. Jay-Z even released a joint album with R. Kelly, making it clear whose side he was on. After Aaliyah's tragic plane crash, there were rumors that her death was orchestrated by powerful figures in the industry, including Jay-Z, Diddy, and R. Kelly. It's been suggested that Aaliyah wasn't supposed to be on that plane and she was sedated without her consent before being placed on board.
Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment.
Many believe Beyonce isn't innocent in all of this either, and there's been speculation that she was manipulated by Jay-Z as well. After Foxy's career was allegedly destroyed and following Aaliyah's death, Jay-Z reportedly set his sights on Beyoncé, who was around 18 at the time. In a now-deleted 2007 interview, Jay-Z admitted to meeting Beyoncé when she was 16 but waiting until she was 18 to pursue her. That interview has since been scrubbed from the internet by Roc Nation, but people remember it and have criticized him for it. Some have pointed out that Beyoncé had very little experience with men before meeting Jay-Z, and he took advantage of that, essentially molding her to be his puppet.
Beyonce's on. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
Tokyo Toni, during a recent IG Live, made bold claims that Diddy is being used as a scapegoat to protect others, namely Jay-Z. She demanded Diddy be freed, insisting that the women attending his parties knew exactly what was going to happen, but now they're crying victim on the internet and filing lawsuits.
Puffy. She free Puffy. We know what's happening. The real ones. Yeah. Free Puffy. Get them on out of there. Why is everybody mad at Puffy? Every celebrity in the world, in the United States, point a finger to a man that they know Ben did this 5, 10, 15 years ago. What a setup. And they, for some reason, they still can't snatch it. Good. Any girl that got art, you shouldn't have been there. Oh well. Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there. Puffy. Puffy, man. So nobody saw you leaning. You ain't voluntarily walked. They just grabbed you and snatched you and threw you in the back. Same with R. Kelly.
Tokyo's comments were controversial, to say the least, with some people agreeing with her, while others were outraged. One person pointed out that attending a party known for its wild nature and expecting nothing to happen is naive, saying, "Did I miss anything?" Thank you, Tokyo. Everyone wanted to go to a Diddy party. Should have stayed home. Others weren't having it, with one commenter suggesting Tokyo was justifying the assaults and should be held accountable. Now, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on Tokyo's claims about Diddy being framed by the industry? Do you think Jay-Z and Roc Nation really set him up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to check out this other video for more messy details.